It's time for my 2 cents, and it's this time of the year that I love when we get to watch like the AMC Fear Fest or whatever they call it, all the scary movies, right, all over all the streaming platforms. I love it because I kind of grew up with that genre. But I thought about why do we like to be scared? And that is a thing, right? So Johns Hopkins did a study, and I looked at this online. One of the interesting things it said is that fear, even jump scares and things like that stimulation, the brain likes. Whether it's good or bad, we tend to feel, believe it or not, the most positive emotions after a negative emotion goes away. I mean, think about it. When you get a jump scare, you scream, and what do we all do? We laugh right after. So that was an interesting thing. But they said that people who like horror movies and scary movies have what's called a protective frame. So it's interesting, and it divides into sections. Some people have what's called a safety frame. And that means that you kind of realize, oh, I'm watching this. How'd they do that? The special effects are... So you tend to just say, it's not real, but I'm going to examine this, and I can get into it enough to have fun. Then there's another one. They say people have really good skills at detachment, saying it's not real and it's all Hollywood and I'm going to enjoy this for what it was intended, a little bit like the safety frame. And then there's one that just says sense of control. People who have a really good sense of control know that, hey, if I need to, I can walk out of the theater or turn the channel. I'm just going to watch this. So it relaxes you. So that's how people can compartmentalize, internalize, and enjoy horror movies. Now, here's a side note. First of all, if you don't like horror movies or you're lacking in those skills, don't watch them. But a side note they said that I never thought of, horror movies do better in countries that have more wealth, where their gross domestic product is high, because the general public has a better sense of, I've got control of most of my life, I'm settled, I can enjoy this horror movie. Whereas people who struggle so much in third world countries and that type of thing, the last thing they need to see is a horror movie. So that made sense to me. But just some things to think of as we go into this Halloween season. And I do love a good scary movie every now and again. But I stay away from those haunted trails. Don't like that, but I'll take the movies. That's just my 2 cents, and that's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.